I'm at 310 Beech Street. I'm doing a sanitary lateral inspection for the purchase of a home. This is in Cincinnati, Ohio. We're looking for mainly any structural issues, root intrusion, anything that may be of concern to the buyer. Our access location is the main stack here, right at the bottom. If you're coming down the basement steps, you look right at it. It is painted red to try to blend in with the wall, but it is right here in front. So you'll see here is the clean out. Try to make sure that the camera lens is clean. And there is the clean out, but there is the steps. As you can see, there's the wall, and it's right there. Clean out is facing the steps. Based off the age of the house, this is PVC, but I expect it to go into clay as soon as it goes down through the floor, which it does. And then it should be clay all the way out to the main in the street. Clay is a good material. It's been around for 100 years, a sewer pipe, but a lot longer than that in general. The main thing we see with clay is some root intrusion most of the time. Also with a tree right in the center of the front yard. Since you can see these short pipe lengths, you see them here, and then every 3 feet, these pipe sections are pretty short, so there's just a lot of connections, and with that, the packing can sometimes just kind of shrink a little bit and allow in some root intrusions. Very common. Hopefully we don't have that situation here. The line's looking really good. There's a little, you can see that pipe coming in there in the top. It's a little knock-in tap. Connected something. Look in the bottom left-hand corner, and you'll see like an angle indicator, which kind of tells you how the camera is laying, so you can tell how much pitch is on the line. Water's already been run on fixtures, so any low spots will also be highlighted by the water. And you can see there's a little tiny bit, and it wouldn't take much. The camera lens is only about a ½ inch off the bottom of the pipe. So. Like PVC section that has been replaced, most likely by MSD based off of the footage. So just to explain, you see that little gap there, they use a rubber boot, and so you'll see that little black gap there. That's just because that rubber boot, you can't connect PVC to clay in any other way. They use a rubber boot that holds the two together. And that connection looked good. And here we are at the main, about 65, 66 feet. The line looked great. No root intrusion, no structural issues at all. The line looked great. I'm going to maybe see if we can run some water in the stationary tub behind us. There's no access to that line as far as for a camera, but we are going to try to run some water in there just so we can take a look at how things are moving. We do have the water running. One thing I did notice is that the laundry or the washer discharge goes into that stationary tub, and it's a good idea to put a lint trap or a lint catch on that on the hose coming out of the washer that dumps into the stationary tub. That'll a lot of times build up of build up with the lint and stuff coming out of there can build up and block the drain on the stationary tub. So it's just You know, I think they're a couple bucks for like a pack of 2 or something, and they're little metal strainers. You can pick them up at Walmart or Kroger or whatever. But it just kind of tries to catch the lint coming off the clothes and prevents it from, well, can prevent it from blocking up the line coming off of that tub. Some water. Like I said, it wouldn't take much to get over the lens, so there you go. Splash over the edge. A lot of times you'll see that little edge where they would take and they would use these fittings to, or use the connections to kind of rotate the pipe down instead of actually using fittings. They didn't, you know, to get pitch on the pipe so that the water escapes properly. That's where you'll have just a little bit of a lip as it gets deeper and deeper. It's kind of rotated inside that connection. The connection right up there where the laundry comes in, so it must come around and drop in right next to where this comes by. Or what it could be is that this could go out the rear. I'm actually not 100%. This could have went straight back and came out the rear, but in any case, we are vertical now, going back out clean out, and either way it doesn't really matter much because the line looked great. Didn't have any structural issues, no root intrusion at all, no bellies. It all looked really, really good. So there's really nothing to report. The line's in great shape for its age. Other than, you know, adding that strainer to the discharge on the washer, really nothing to note at all. The line looked great. So that'll end the inspection at 310 Beech Street in Cincinnati, Ohio.